we get everyone to gather, get a little closer, talk space here. Cool. We give a huge round of applause to our last performance. At Dream State, we're really about finding the voices that don't typically have the spaces for it, and doing what we can to give some kind of stage. So it really meant a lot that they came here with so much heart, so much bravery. I think that's worth applauding for. I do this every single time we have some kind of Dream State thing. If you are a Dream State team member, volunteer, who have ever done anything with us, can you please raise your hand? Raise a little higher. Give them a big round of applause, show them some love. All this is not an individual effort. This is a village with the force of a city. And I appreciate everyone. Everyone's pretty much a volunteer, dedicated time here because they believe in what we're doing. I want to appreciate the donors to our raffle. With the amount of vendors that we chose to curate, we really wanted to find different businesses, artisans, artists that really expand on that idea of what can a craftsperson look like in 2025. I think, it's so easy to go to a place like Nordstrom or like, I don't know, like Olive Garden, if you wanted to go there. But to really highlight people that are doing amazing things in the community. And if you literally take a step back and you see the tapestry of what's happening, it's really beautiful. And to support our local businesses, local artists. I want to thank specifically Amber and Rachel. Everything here, every single creative decision was meant to create a space where people can connect, they can reflect. And all this Dream State stuff is very Amber and Rachel coded. And I always want to thank them for trying to create spaces that people can feel safe in and that you can go into and feel like you're not just a guest, but you're also a member of the family. I want to thank ABG Art Group and Wolfpack Studios for giving us the space today. Our pigeons, wherever they are, for taking time out of their feathery days, and we all do. A lot of pigeons out there on the streets, and we chose those two. That's the best. I want to thank my mom and dad. My mom's over there. For giving birth to me, and also coming from Sacramento. Thank you for the experiences you've given me and kind of let us all into this room together. One person that was unable to come tonight is my grandmother. She isn't doing very well right now, and I'm actually going back to Sacramento on Saturday to see her. And I don't say that really to get sympathy or anything, but more to say that I've been thinking about her a lot. Her sacrifices, coming from Hong Kong and taking the whole family to SF Chinatown. I like to say I'm the first person in my life first person in my family's lineage that I got a chance to engage in storytelling. And it's kind of ironic how I'm getting to lead this project, which is about dreams and healing generational gaps. Yet it's been consumed by this project, which is not allowing me to be next to her at this very moment. It's the collective and the individual clashing again, like always. And it's a trip, to be honest. So I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Spencer Tsang. I'm gonna say the last name twice, Tsang, because I'm representing two people here tonight. And some call me Dream State Dad. And we are a collaborative impact project based right here in the Bay Area. We got our start at the Asian Art Museum in 2024 when we got the opportunity to make a show about dreams. More specifically, how do dreams shape and change across generations, especially migrant immigrant dreams. I also want to take a moment to recognize Hannah Chen, our co-creative director for the show, who is a force of nature herself, and none of this could have happened without her, so thank you. But yes, dreams and how they change its shape. I think about my grandma and how one time when I went back home, I asked her, I was like, what did you want to be when you were a kid? And I remember she looked up into the sky and like I could see her whole life flashing before her little eyes. And she said, I wanted to learn how to draw. Which is crazy because I've never seen her do anything creative. Like she never taught me how to do art. She never taught my father how to do art. Yet, I've gone my entire life thinking that I'm just some special person. I'm the storyteller of the family. Like I'm the one. And then in that moment, being humbled and seeing it for what it was, that the sayings have been nurturing families, building restaurants, cooking delicious home-cooked meals for each other, and really grasping every ounce of resilience there is. You can't tell me that isn't a creative. And I refuse to believe that's a coincidence that I feel this purpose to create and watch out for others. And at its core, that's what Dream State really is about. Realizing that our dreams aren't just ours. They're our ancestors' dreams, our community's dreams, it's our future's dreams. That stories and every moment, every movement starts with a great story. That storytellers make movements irresistible. Those aren't my words, but we try to live them here. That people who can access their creativity, they're the ones who are able to reimagine the world in a way that we can't see it yet. But the thing is, everyone can be creative. And that is why we're here, because we believe that you have a story to protect. And I hate to tell you this, but these days it's becoming less safe to dream. I mean, you can look at the news with your feeds, all our spaces, all our programs, they're under attack. There is a fear, there is a possibility that our stories face the threat of erasure. And when I say our, I'm not saying Asians. Anyone who dreams differently than the status quo, your dream is under attack. There's a realness to this moment, and I know that helplessness that can feel like complacency, and Dream State comes from that place. How can we use something that we love, our stories, to move people, to try to do something about this? And yes, it feels ambitious to say any of us can change the world, but I would like to quote my mom, who told me once that when you save one person's world, you save an entire world. So I hope we can all look around this room. You all have the potential to change the world, one person at a time. And how is Dream State going to do this? Well, if you look closely, we're going back to our roots. I'd like to introduce Dream State Awakening Visions. And yes, there's an exclamation mark at the end of it because we are very excited about this. DSAV is our upcoming artist program that will ignite the dreams of 9 artists in the Bay Area. 6 who will be high school juniors and seniors from San Francisco, Chinatown, studying film. And the other 3 will be from the Bay Area, any backgrounds, any medium, 18 to 22. So 2 cohorts, one older and one younger, so it's gonna be like a big little situation. And because, who's cooler to a 17-year-old than an 18-year-old? Throughout the 6-month program, students will undergo weekly sessions, mentorship, master classes, all to, help these students make a polished project. One polished project that they can apply to college with, apply to grants, fellowships, residencies, and really effectively awaken their creative careers in 6 months. So it's an artist development program on the surface, but students are going to be tasked with being guardians of stories. And part of them is youth, we'll impart onto them the social duties of being a storyteller, how creativity feeds into thriving communities, and reflection on roots as a means of growing forward. And we really hope to turn creatives into leaders of our community. And this is reflected in the structure of our program. We're really excited for this. I don't think there's anything like this happening out right now. But these two groups are going to be so intertwined with each other and get this opportunity to collaborate and integrate with each other. And we're especially excited for these Chinatown youth. When I first moved back to the Bay Area in 2022, I got the amazing opportunity to make documentaries in Chinatown. And something that I quickly learned about this community is that it's majority elders, right? We've all been to Chinatown, right? A lot of old people walking around. That generation is unfortunately starting to pass away. And so the question is, who's going to take Chinatown into the future? And I got the privilege of talking to a lot of the youth there, and the thing is, they also aren't proud of being from Chinatown because of its reputation of being dirty and poor. So, for me, getting to work in Chinatown was a life-changing experience because whatever world that I wanted to build from there on was going to remember and include the people from Chinatown and its equivalents, the little Manilas, the little Saigons, the hood. We can't forget about these people. And we really want to, with this program, change perspectives and hope that impart on these cohorts who get the experience to get to know each other, to work with people that they've never experienced before. I mean, I talked to a friend from Chinatown, and so she's a working artist now, and she told me that when she was growing up, she never even thought that she could be an artist. It just wasn't possible. Like you kind of grow up in this community, it's been very insular. You kind of grow up within these bounds and you don't really know what's happening out there. So to us, being able to introduce a person who's grown up in that community, that you're really a number, you're marginalized. And to keep that cohort small, to have them interact with each other, to be introduced to someone who's older, who's can put them onto the newest music, the newest thing, and just show them what is possibly out there. And likewise, to, once again, give that older person a little sibling that they can look to and think, I want to include them in our future too. Likewise, I've been to spaces like the Asian Art Museum many times, and why is it that I've never seen an old Chinatown grandma in that building, when really that artwork belongs to her? So we're really excited to work with the Asian Art Museum and channel these resources to a community like Chinatown, to uplift their youth, to use those resources so they can rebuild Chinatown in a way that's sustainable, that is meant to be built for the future. So once again, on the surface, this is an artist development program, but really it's more than that to us. It's more than just money, it's more than any kind of equipment or project we can give them. We're really trying to give them the biggest resource of all, which is the self-belief that they can make a difference in the world. So our dream is, at Dream State, is what if when these kids, like 10 years from now, make their own version of Dream State? Helps 100 people. And I think that's how we make any kind of difference, right? Is trying to leave things better for the people that come after us. So looking forward, our application deadline is May 18th. Our show at the Asian Art Museum, which we'll be coming back for in June, it's in 2 months. This is an ambitious effort, and we need help from our community. And like I said, this isn't just about money, but you know we like money. We're looking to make the most robust program possible. This means giving the kids all the resources possible, the equipment, the food, the mentors, the connections, mental health resources. So this is a really interesting group of people in this room. I know we all come from different walks of life, but we're here for a reason. We're here because we want to make a really great program. And we implore you, if you know someone that fits any of these kind of criteria, or know someone that has a connection to a store that provides art supplies, or someone that can connect us with someone who has money, you know? All jokes aside, we want this to be really good. And we believe that this is the beginning of something. And well, to close it up, I remember sitting at my grandma's table when I was 16 or so it's going to be the age of these kids. And I remember she was kind of looking off into the distance, and I just had this like feeling, this thought in my head. I wondered if she thought about her purpose or her dream as much as I do. I think I'm realizing now that whether she would call this a dream or not, that I am her dream. And so I just want to thank you all for helping us make it happen for her. But yeah, thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you all for coming. Please share about us with your friends, your communities. This is a whole group effort. Once again, the goal is we want to create this program so these kids can see all these people that believe in them. For a youth that never felt that anything was going for them. For them to believe that if all these different organizations, these communities believe in me, maybe I should start believing in myself. So once again, thank you. Please connect with someone here, make some friends, and we're gonna be out here till like 10:30 or so. And we got Jazz FM and the boys, who I go very far back with, who helped me found the rabbit hole. I don't know how many of you guys were here for the rabbit hole, but that is really the root of all this too. So shout out Jazz, thank you for coming. Thank you all of you. Have a good night.
If you have not already, please stop by all of our stations. They've been very carefully curated to help inspire everyone to follow their dreams, to be reinvigorated in their dreams. Whether it's their Plinko station, where you can come home with a little card to remind you about this night. There's also the heart post-its, where you can write affirmations, put it on the mirror, take a photo with that. Just make sure to enjoy every aspect of this night, because like they said, Rachel and Amber put a lot of thought into all these aspects. But yeah, the rest of the night, we're gonna have a little more fun, keep mingling, meet a new friend. If you haven't already, go to our harmonization station. If you have, see if you found a match yet. Everyone will get matched out, if not by the end of the night, so we'll be reaching out later. And then helping us reach our goal of trying to sell out our bar. So keep drinking, keep having fun, keep connecting. And then very lastly, again, we are trying to push all of our raffles. All of our gifts range from $180 value all over to $10,000. So they are very high value and very worth checking out. All of our tickets are available for sale at the information booth. Thank you all again. Yay!
All right, I just had to come up on here. I'm Amber, if we haven't met. I'm one of the experienced designers. Thank you, thank you everyone for being here tonight. I just had to do some stream of conscious processing here. I'm very new to this experience design business, and I'm realizing that as much as we might try to curate the material, buy everything, crowdsource all the materials, plan the schedule out minute by minute. Anybody been there? Anybody that got there? Yeah, right. It doesn't actually mean anything until you guys show up. So you guys are the experience. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. thank you for pouring your heart into this space, for listening to us, for giving us a chance, for being silly. I really just wanted to shout out my friend Marcy's over there holding down the game station.